If you think lifting is safe, think again. For every 1,000 hours of training, weightlifters rack up 2.6 injuries, higher than the 1.8 per 1,000 in general fitness. And some of these injuries cost thousands to fix. A torn rotator cuff is up to $25,000 in surgery and months of rehab. A herniated disc easily gets you at least $20,000 if you need spinal fusion. The worst part is, many lifters are walking straight into these injuries every single workout. Today we're exposing 5 exercises that could ruin your body for good. The first one is a back exercise you see in almost every gym, but it's shredding your shoulders from the inside out. I'm talking about the behind the neck lat pull down. We know how it's done. Grab the bar wide, pull it behind your head, and stop at the base of your neck. You keep your torso upright and elbows flared. It feels great, except for the fact that your shoulders are being shredded apart from the inside. This exercise forces the shoulder joint into an unnatural extreme rotation, a position that crushes the rotator cuff tendons against bone. At first, the damage is microscopic. Tiny tears, inflammation, and a dull ache are all you feel. Then, one day, something rips. Rotator cuff tear, labrum damage, and surgery are probably next. A 2014 study found that 70% of chronic shoulder pain cases come from impingement and rotator cuff damage. That is exactly what behind the neck lat pull downs create. And that's why physical therapists, strength coaches, and even pro bodybuilders have abandoned it. The cost of ignoring this is thousands of dollars in surgery, months of immobilization, and a permanently weaker overhead press. It's not like you don't already have solid exercises to do instead. The front lat pull down has the same lat activation without wrecking your shoulders, and pull-ups, even assisted if needed, build real upper body strength and keep shoulders safe. But the next exercise is even worse. This one wrecks your spine before you even realize it. Deadlifts are a staple for lifters chasing a stronger posterior chain, rounder glutes, and explosive hamstrings. The movement looks simple. Place the bar next to your thighs, hinge backward, and feel the stretch. But one wrong move turns it into a spinal nightmare. Deadlifts aren't bad on their own, but the way most people do them strains the lower back and sets them up for a herniated disc. The tendency is to tilt too far forward instead of pushing your hips back. The moment that happens, pressure on the lumbar discs skyrockets, and that back of yours wears down rep after rep until one day the pesky soreness turned into nerve compression, shooting pain down the legs, or even a disc bulge that never fully heals. A rounder butt isn't worth a wrecked spine. I'd advise you to build your form with lighter weights or even bridges first so you can master deadlifts second. Now, the next exercise doesn't just strain your joints, it forces them into an unnatural movement path that grinds away at your knees, rep after rep. Imagine running on a straight track that suddenly forces your knees to twist with every step. That's what happens when you squat in a Smith machine. Instead of adjusting to the weight, your body is locked into a rigid, unnatural movement path, forcing the knees, hips, and lower back to take the impact, not the muscles that are supposed to handle it. A real squat moves like a well-oiled machine. It accounts for small shifts in weight, micro adjustments in balance, and a natural engagement of stabilizer muscles. The Smith machine removes all of that, turning your squat into a joint-pounding, cartilage-grinding disaster. The worst part is the false sense of security. The bar feels stable, so lifters go heavier than they should. More weight means more force and more pressure on joints that aren't designed to handle it. That's how you end up with hyperextended knees, meniscus tears, and a lower back that refuses to bend without pain. That's why YouTube and TikTok are flooded with videos of Smith machine squats gone wrong. My point is, stick to free weight squats, or even barbell and kettlebell squats with proper depth and control. But what comes next is even worse because it feels so good. Yeah, it's trampoline jumps, a really popular group cardio class. It's fun, easy on the joints, and a killer cardio workout, until it isn't. The very thing that makes trampolines feel good, meaning the unpredictable bounce, the soft landing, the constant motion, is exactly what makes them dangerous. Every jump is a gamble, one bad landing, one awkward fall, and the damage is instant. A study on fitness injuries found that 28.5% of group class injuries came from falls, while 25.8% were from awkward landings. And trampoline workouts combine both risks at high intensity. A misstep easily turns into a rolled ankle, a hyperextended knee, or a wrist fracture from a failed landing. Emergency rooms see it all the time. For cardio, there are safer choices, especially if you're a beginner. I'm talking incline walking, jumping jacks, stationary bike, or controlled plyometrics. Anything that doesn't turn stability into a guessing game. That brings us to the last exercise, which wrecks your shoulders from an angle they were never designed to handle. And once the damage is done, it's almost impossible to undo. Reverse flies are meant to build upper back strength and improve posture, but lots of people do them all wrong. Too much weight, too much momentum, and don't even get me started about elbow position. Suddenly, it's not the rear delts working, it's the rotator cuff, taking every bit of stress it wasn't designed for. The biggest mistake is turning the movement into a swing. The second the arms drop too low, the rotator cuff gets stretched under load, pulling at the tendons like a fraying rope. Lifting the weight back up with momentum only makes it worse. Over time, the tendons weaken until one day they snap. Your traps don't fare much better either, and you've got a pretty good risk of straining your neck and lower back too. The fix is strict form, lighter weights, and slower reps. Keep the arms slightly above shoulder height and control every inch of the movement, because once a shoulder goes bad, it rarely goes back to normal. So that's basically all I had to say about this topic. Every workout builds your body up or breaks it down. Some exercises strengthen muscles, improve mobility, and make you more resilient. Others slowly wear away at your joints, creating micro damage that turns into chronic pain, torn ligaments, or injuries that never fully heal. Lifting isn't just about pushing harder, it's about training smarter, because once the damage is done, there's no quick fix. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more training insights. And tell me, what are some exercises that you found are too dangerous to practice? Let's talk more in the comments.